with Mocienne S. Um, it's midnight time here in the Netherlands, and I had no time to upload a video because today was really drama day surrounding my life. I was bitten by a tick. I spoke about that on my video yesterday when I talk about adoption, and then I start to become more sick and sicker and sicker. So I had to go to the hospital and pick up an antibiotic. So now I am with antibiotica, and very exhausted, very tired. But I really wanted to talk about something very important that um, I was educated in my life um, by my father, Michael Jackson, and the way that I decided to talk about this topic. And I want to call this topic Mothers. I was talking with a friend. We were talking about our children. Our children are from the same age, and we were talking about karma and all the things um, that life can give you. And I said to her, listen, karma, uh, spiritual, I believe there is a lot of things in the world that we don't know. And I'm a very open-minded person. I believe in aliens because I have saw them. Um, I believe it's crazy to think that we are the only human in the world. Um, I believe the ocean is the world. We don't know anything about, not enough. You know, we human, we can, if we go to the ocean, we can go down very till a limit, and after that we cannot get any deeper. The way that I see it is that we human, that we are aliens too. We are aliens, and we are part of the universe. We have no answers about life, or we know how the body is being conceived, but we don't know where the soul come from, and we don't know where the souls come from. We have no proof. Science fiction, um, no, I mean, there is science fiction theory about it, about the soul, but we don't have a proof where the soul comes and why a child is being born in the world, yes or no. And but we do know that mothers, that we carry children in us, and we also know that not everyone who try IVF will succeed to conceive a child, because even their body is healthy. um, Science still cannot make it happen that a woman get a child through IVF or not. So life is very mysterious. And about that, I want to talk about being a mother. Um, I think being a mother is something that you cannot control. I think it's been made, decision been made by the God. So even I think woman who let the other woman carry the child, biological, is because God or something want them to be a mother. So I don't know completely how it works, but I want to talk about mother, being a mother. So I think being a mother is not only something that You are because you carry a child. I think you're a mother because your soul tell you you're a mother. So I really want to say that when I was young and I was living in Haiti, I did not have a mother. I lost my mother when I was 6 years old, and I remember my not seeing my mother a lot and experiencing my mother as a very stranger. So I've been saying that Barbara Jane Ross is my mom, and I only have one really good memory of her, and that is playing with her. Just one game that I'm playing. I am sitting on her back, and she's playing horsey with me, a horse, and then she dropped me, and then she catch me. She was on her knees, and this is my precious memory that I have of my mother, and sitting on a table and watching her smile with a big smile, looking at her family. This is what I remember of my mother, and I don't have a lot of memories of my mother. And for me, my father educated me is that um, a mother gives you life. You come through your parents, but you are your own individual. So maybe it may sound very strange for a lot of people, and maybe this will explain why my father decided to have Prince, parents, and Biggie this way, and he felt comfortable having children this way because my father really strongly believed that children, number one, are from God, and that the soul is been given to you by God. So, in my father's vision of you, adoption was something also very beautiful because um, my father always said that DNA do not profound who you are. And now I'm going to say something horrible. He even said many times that he hoped that Judge Jackson wouldn't be his father, wouldn't be his DNA father. And if you understand my father in that, he said DNA is not important. So for him, a mother is a spiritual things where children are being born out of. So even he said to me when I was 6 years old that my mother died. He even bought a grave in Haiti and he said, "Your mother lay down, lay there. Your mother is dead, and you're never going to see your mother again." And I was heartbroken, and so for me, it was like my mother is my spiritual thing that I was born through, but I'm an individual, and I built my own life. I make my own life, and my father was the one who didn't pass away, who didn't die, and I had to live with him, deal with him. So that's the way I was educated. That a mother was a spiritual thing that God chose to give me life through, and that life you meet a lot of people who can take care of you and love you. So I think that's why my father educated me very strongly to be nice to people and to be true to people, to love people. So I think it's so important that you are honest to who you are and to where you come from. So yesterday I was talking to a friend. So now you know the background of how I see a mother. I was talking to a friend and we had a conversation that upset me. My son, um, I took care of him since he was 4 years old, and then this drama started with the father of my child. I felt when I was pregnant that I was a spiritual being, bringing this soul into his life, and that his father uh, had the same rights like me. So even I knew that my ex was a drug addict and had all this problem, I did not want to take away his child. I was thinking this child is being born, and this child is also his spiritual creature that wants need him to in his life somehow. And and still today I'm very proud that I didn't remove the father of my child from my son's life, because I knew how important it was to have a father. I had amazing memories, amazing time with my father, Michael Jackson. And a father is something that's very precious to me. And I wanted my son to have his father that will also be very precious to him. And I was educated by my father that a woman is a spiritual being that bring children into the world. That's very magical, that um, cannot describe. You know, in Haiti, when I was living in Haiti for 2 years, this is serious, I'm not lying to you, but I have really seen mothers throwing the babies into the river. Um, and a couple of times, and I just cried. I just cried hysterical, and I talked to my father about it, and it was just a horrible experience that I experienced in Haiti. And so I was thinking. So I also said to my father, if women are spiritual being who do this kind of thing, what is this? You know, my father went very deep with me in that. You know, when I when I experiencing horrible things in Haiti, he really talked to me really deep, deep. You know, we could talk to it all days. I remember that when bad things happened and my father was around and he was sleeping, I did not know he was Michael Jackson performing very hard. I did not know that. But when he was with me, and many times he slept in my bed because my father loved to sleep with me, then and I had something to say, I just wake him up. I said, Dad, do you know this? Do you know that? And he answered. He answered me. He was like he was really awake, and then he just answered me. So I asked him why do women do that, and he had a long story that he couldn't explain that, and that they must be very desperate, that the soul was too big enough for the child. That's why they did it. That, but he made sure to say to me, I can tell you, God was there to pick up the soul. The body may be gone, but the soul is alive and well and beautiful. So my father told me that he said it wasn't nice that it happened, but he promised me that the soul of the child was fine, was in God's hands, was safe. And so, that was really a very scary thing for me. So when I had my son with all these problems, I knew that I was just a woman carrying life, a mother carrying life, and that my son deserved to have a father, because I was just a spiritual being and welcoming life through me, but that life wasn't mine. So the reason I'm telling you this is because I want the world to know that on the moment I became a mother, to me it was like, I give life, but life is not mine. My son asked me once, and he was very angry. He said, "Mom, do you think you own me?" And then I said to him, "No, I don't own you." I was angry with him because I wanted to say, "Yes, I own you because you're my son. You come through me. I would die for you. I would do everything for you. So you are, yes, you are mine." But I didn't say that because I know my son by DNA, he's mine. But spiritually, he's his free person, and I'm just a woman that he was born through. And today, when I was so sick and I didn't feel so well, I remember these words of my father saying that, my mother, she gave me life. I came through her, but I am not hers. And for me, it was so important to say that to a friend that we were talking about our children. And she said, "No, you didn't have enough time with Joshua and this and that." And I said to her, "Yeah, but Joshua is mine. I'm his spiritual mother, and he chose me to have his life through me. Um, he made me the wall." And then I wanted to say to the world, "Listen, even you don't believe Michael Jackson is my father, he gave me life. I received life through him, just like Paris, Biggie, and Prince did. And DNA doesn't matter. It's spiritual. So every child who is yours, in one or the other way, it's spiritual. Spiritual is stronger than DNA. So today I was thinking, if the world ever find out that Jermaine Jackson is my father, not Michael Jackson, it doesn't change anything for me because spiritually, I'm Michael Jackson kid, and I will always be, no matter what. So today, when I was very sick and I had to go to the hospital, and I received my antibiotic, because of my teeth, I was really thinking about life, and I was thinking about the words a mother, what a mother means to me. And I think a mother have given me life, and my father was my spiritual guidance in this life, and he will always be. So today I really felt, oh my God, I'm going to die. I'm not going to be okay. And how will I be? And how will the world see me? And then I was thinking, you know what? If I die tomorrow, I really want the world to know that, mothers, we are just a bridge between souls. We are just a bridge. Our children are carrying our DNAs, or they don't carry our DNAs, but it's about the soul that go through us, and not is and not it's not us. And when I was in the car, my friend's car, driving back home, I was thinking about my dad, about this imagine this phenomenal explanation, and make me imagine the way life was and is, and about, yeah. So I really want to say, if I go tomorrow, I want the world to remember me for this. Mothers are the key to life, DNA life, spiritual life. And and woman, body decide what they want, yes or no. I was very lucky that my mother allowed me to come through her. And mothers, mothers are between heaven and earth. Being a woman make us the universe. We are the key of the universe. We are the key of life. And having my son is the greatest thing I went through, and the most greatest pain. Giving birth, I did not like it. Some people do, but I don't. Uh, but it's profound, absolutely profound. And when I was sitting in the car and I didn't feel well, and I was thinking about my father, explained to me about woman, 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 woman. So I really I wanted to share this so much about the way that he think about it, the way it was for him, and that was funny, really funny. So that's what I wanted to say. Thank you for following my channel, everybody. And mothers, mothers. I want to end this conversation with in 2014, I went to church and I burned a candle and I thanked my mother for being my mother, for giving me life. I thank my mother. I thank my father for giving me life. And I pray to God, burn the candle, and I wish my father's soul and my mother's soul well. And today, when I was going to the hospital, really felt I was dying. Really felt I was dying. I was thinking, the way I was born, the way I was conceived, even the whole world think I'm crazy saying Michael Jackson is my father. It's it was God plan. God plan, something bigger than me. And I wanted to say this. I was in the car and I was hearing my father talking about mothers and life. Thinking, whoa, whoa. Thinking, whoa. Today I really had a feeling, I'm going to die. So sick I am. The hospital gave me my antibiotic, so I'm doing a bit better. Going to sleep now. And I was making a joke. I was thinking, gosh, the world must be thinking I'm so crazy. Saying Michael Jackson is my father, but he's my dad. And all these 1,000 people who are his fans, who love him. I don't understand that. But he was a great song. So, it was Mocienne Petit Jackson. Thank you for watching my channel, and stay safe. And I'm not going to say what you need to do with your mother. I just wanted to say that today when I felt I was dying, that I just thought about my mother and about me as a mother, and the stories that my father told me when I was young. It's unbelievable, his stories. He was such a storyteller, Michael Jackson. He should have been an author writing stories. Really amazing. Anyway, everyone, thank you. This was Mocienne Petit Jackson, and thank you for following my channel. If you have any questions or you have any ideas, you can write it below and describe it, and I will come back to you. Stay safe. Bye-bye.